Hello and welcome to the Devils in Detail pregame show. I am Hunter Robinson, joined by Sam Ficarro and Zach Pekale as we preview the 5-2 Arizona State Sun Devils against the 4-2 Washington State Cougars. Now, Zach, Luke Falk last season destroyed the Sun Devils defense when it came to yardage through the air. What do the Sun Devils defense need to do this season to stop Falk?
Well, mainly the big target for Luke Falk is wide receiver Gabe Marks. Marks was a Bolitnikoff preseason watch list receiver. He was a finalist for it last season. He is a very electric receiver. He's quick. He's got great hands. Kareem Moore's going to is already said that he will be shadowing Marks tonight, and Orr is going to have a heck of a game to shut him down and eliminate the primary target in Falk's air raid offense.
All right, and then Sam, we saw last week Manny Wilkins didn't have the best of games. He claimed he was at 100%, but everybody sort of thinks, no, there's no possible way. So do you think that we'll see him be closer, if not at 100% in this game?
Yeah, I think another week away from the injury, I feel like he will be a bit healthier. I still don't think he'll be 100%. He just didn't look himself. He couldn't move around the pocket at all. He basically just stayed in the pocket. And I think he took a lot of beatings last week against that Colorado defensive line. So, but it will really be important if ASU can establish the run game. If they can get the run game going, that'll put less pressure on Wilkins, and then it'll force the defense to have to defend both.
And then last week, Zach, we saw Tim White, who seemed to be the only spark of offense at all for the Sun Devils against Colorado. Do you expect him to have a similar game, or do you think that there's going to be more even distribution of the ball in this game?
Well, it really hasn't seemed to matter who the quarterback is. Tim White has proven that he is the number one option on this team. While N'Keal Harry is an electric receiver as a five-star prospect coming out of high school, he still has another year to really mature before he takes a significant role in the offense. In the meantime, it is Tim White's team, and I do believe we will see a lot of targets and catches by White tonight.
And then, Sam, ever since the first few weeks of the season where Kalen Ballage and Demario Richard just were tearing up defenses, they haven't been able to get anything going basically since the Cal game, which is week 1 of the Pac-12 season. Do you think that against this Washington State defense they're going to be able to do anything?
Yeah, I think they'll be able to be productive tonight. Part of the quarterback carousel these last couple of weeks, I think, has affected the running game because they're just making these younger quarterbacks beat them. And especially now with Wilkins injured, they're really putting a ton of bodies in the box to try to defend Richard and Ballage. But if ASU can sustain drives, that will add to the running game. So last week, they only got 7 first downs. It was mostly 3 and outs, and they were very predictable on running on first or second down and then throwing out third. So if ASU if they can sustain long drives, that'll improve the running game.
All right, so now prediction time here. Zach, who do you have coming out on top tonight?
I'm going to take Washington State tonight. I think that they're going to defeat the Arizona State Sun Devils 38-24.
All right, and then Sam?
Yeah, I agree with Zach. I think Washington State will win. They're the hotter team right now. But ASU has been unbeaten at home, so we'll see if that home run can continue. But I have Wazoo winning 38-30.
All right, so you heard it here. Washington State looks to be the victor in this game. We'll see how everything transpires. For the Devils Detail pregame show, I'm Hunter Robinson. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you after the game.